University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, there are 4 places in the semi-final stage of this contest. 2 of them have already gone to University College London and New College Oxford. Whichever team wins tonight will join them and will be saying goodbye to the losers. Manchester University are the reigning University Challenge champions. This team has seen off 2 Oxford colleges, Lincoln and Magdalen, in rounds 1 and 2. They won their first quarter-final match against Imperial College London, but lost their second to University College London, so tonight is their last chance to earn the second quarter-final victory that will put them through to the penultimate stage of the contest. Let's meet them again.
Hi, I'm David Bryce. I'm from Kingston-upon-Thames and I study economics.
Hi, I'm Adam Barr. I'm from Muswell Hill in North London and I'm studying physics with astrophysics.
This is their captain.
Hello, I'm Richard Gilbert. I'm from Warwickshire and I'm studying linguistics.
Hello, I'm Debbie Brown. I'm from Buxton in Derbyshire and I'm studying for a PhD in pain epidemiology.
Now, the team of medics from St George's London beat King's College Cambridge in round 1, Lancaster University in round 2 and Pembroke College Cambridge in the first of their quarter-finals. They then found a fly in their ointment in the shape of New College Oxford, who beat them in their second quarter-final match, which is why they're here tonight playing for their last chance to make the semi-finals. Let's meet them again.
Hello, I'm Shashank Sivaji, originally from Southend-on-Sea in Essex, and I'm studying medicine.
Hello, my name's Alexander Subsang. I'm from London and I'm also studying medicine.
And their captain?
Hi, I'm Rebecca Smoker from Selbridge, County Kildare, and I'm studying medicine.
Hi, I'm Sam Mindle from London, studying medicine.
OK, fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Who became patron of the Royal Philatelic Society in 1910, his own interest being in stamps of the British Empire?
Manchester Bryce.
Edward VII.
Anyone like to buzz from St George's?
St George's Subsang.
George V.
Correct. Right, the first set of bonuses are on international relations, St George's. From the Latin for to command, which term refers to the relationship of a hegemonic state to subordinate states, nations, or peoples under its control?
Vassal.
No,
Is it
Latin.
Isn't
No.
it tributary?
It could, well, it would be imperative, isn't is there anything else to imperative, which is otherwise dominion?
I mean, imperial, but that doesn't sound right.
Dominion is my...
Dominion?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dominion?
No, it's imperialism. In his 1902 critique, Imperialism, which English economist linked the phenomenon with the demands of maturing capitalism for raw materials and cheap labour?
What was the date again?
1902. Is it Beveridge or Keynes? Shall we go with Beveridge?
No, that's later.
Keynes? Try it.
Try it.
Keynes. Keynes?
No, it was Hobson. Which revolutionary figure revived Hobson's thesis in the 1916 pamphlet, Imperialism, the highest stage of capitalism?
It's a pamphlet in 1916. It's a revolutionary figure. I think, what are we looking at? A communist, maybe? No. Which communist? I don't know, Engels. Mao? Different. I wouldn't have written a pamphlet.
Engels? Try. Engels?
He was dead by then. It's Lenin. 10 points for this. Listen carefully. Multiply the number of carats that represent pure gold by the number of Martian moons and then divide that figure by the atomic number of beryllium. What number results?
Manchester Bar.
6.
Anyone like to buzz from St George's?
St George's Subsang.
9.
No, it's 12. 24 times 2 divided by 4. Right, 10 points for this. I dare to believe that I am different from any man who exists. If I am not worth more, at least I am not the same. These words are from the Confessions, the autobiography of which Geneva-born philosopher?
Manchester Gilbert.
Rousseau.
Rousseau is correct. These bonuses, your first Manchester, are on an English city. An early example of Middle English, the only part of the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle to extend beyond 1080, is often named after which city of eastern England?
Is it Peterborough? Yeah, Peterborough. Peterborough.
Correct. Which queen is buried at Peterborough Cathedral? Her grave bears the legend Queen of England, a title she was denied at the time of her death.
Matilda? Yeah.
Matilda?
No, it's Catherine of Aragon. Executed at nearby Fotheringay. Which queen was buried at Peterborough Cathedral until her remains were moved to Westminster Abbey by her son in 1612?
Mary, Queen of Scots.
Correct. Another starter question. The opening paragraph of which novel finds the title character tired of her sister being engrossed in a book, wondering what is the use of a book without pictures or conversation?
Manchester Bar.
Alice in Wonderland.
Correct. These bonuses are on the essays of Virginia Woolf. In each case, identify the author to whom Woolf is referring. Firstly, one after another, she creates her fools, her prigs, her worldlings. She encircles them with the lash of a whip-like phrase, which, as it runs round them, cuts out their silhouettes forever.
Austen, maybe?
I was going to say Austen.
Jane Austen?
Correct. The impulse which urged her to create was not her own suffering or her own injuries. She looked out upon a world cleft into a gigantic disorder and felt within her the power to unite it in a book.
That wasn't Elizabeth Gaskell North and South, is it?
Maybe. I mean, it's the best way to do it. Maybe Gaskell.
Okay, yeah.
Elizabeth Gaskell?
No, it's Emily Bronte. Finally, there is always at the centre some Olenin or Pierre or Levin who turns the world round between his fingers and never ceases to ask, even as he enjoys it, what is the meaning of it?
No idea on that one.
Sounds French, there's like a very French author, like Hugo's and that. I really don't know. Victor Hugo.
No, that's Tolstoy. Right, 10 points for this starter question, probably named after the grandfather of Clovis I. Which Frankish royal house reigned in Gaul and Germany from the late 5th century in...
St George's Subsang.
House of Capet.
No, you lose 5 points. Reigned in Gaul and Germany from the late 5th century until 750, when it was supplanted by the Carolingian dynasty.
Manchester Gilbert.
The Merovingians.
Correct. Right, these bonuses are on diseases, Manchester. Which endocrine gland is affected by Addison's disease, a condition characterised by undersecretion of corticosteroid hormones?
It's the adrenal gland.
The adrenal gland.
Yes.
The adrenal gland?
Correct. Graves' disease is an autoimmune disease resulting in exophthalmic goiter. Which endocrine gland is affected?
The thyroid gland?
Correct. From that of a US scientist who described it in a paper of 1932, what name is given to the medical condition in which sections of the alimentary canal become inflamed, thickened and ulcerated?
Is that Crohn's disease?
Crohn's? Oh, yeah. Do you reckon? Okay. Crohn's.
Yeah,
Crohn's disease.
Correct. We're going to take a picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a map showing the location of a number of institutions. For 10 points, simply give the collective expression by which these institutions are known.
Manchester Gilbert.
The Ivy League?
Yes, they're Ivy League universities. Correct. OK, for your picture bonuses, I'd like you to identify individual Ivy League institutions from their location on the map. Firstly, for 5 points, which institution is this?
Somewhere in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Brown, maybe?
I think
it's college in Princeton.
Princeton, you think it is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Princeton?
It is Princeton, yes. Secondly, which is this?
It's up in
Vermont.
New Hampshire, Vermont. So, on the border. Can you let know that
Columbia,
Ivy?
maybe?
Maybe Cornell. Cornell's quite much.
Columbia's New York, isn't it?
So, Cornell.
No, that's Dartmouth in New Hampshire. And finally, which institution is this?
Connecticut.
That's in, is that Maryland? No, that's... What state's that? Is that Brown?
Yeah.
Is that Brown? Is that Brown?
No, that's Yale.
Oh, no.
Right, 10 points for this starter question. Listen carefully, answer as soon as your name is called. A car starts from rest and accelerates at 1 metre per second squared, covering a distance of 50 metres. What is its final speed in metres per second?
St George's Mindle.
25 metres per second.
Anyone like to buzz from Manchester?
Manchester Bar.
100 metres a second.
No, it's 10. 10 points for this. Palynology is the analysis of the structure and dispersal of which particular spores, regarded as indicators of plant taxonomy and distribution and causative agents of allergic reactions.
Manchester Bar.
Pollen.
Pollen is right. Bonuses are on political theory this time, Manchester. To what was George Orwell referring when he wrote in 1937 that to the ordinary working man it meant little more than better wages and shorter hours and nobody bossing you about?
Unions?
Communism.
Oh.
Or socialism.
It gives about theories that we probably might do socialism.
Okay,
Socialism?
Correct. The term socialism was first used in France in the early 1830s by followers of which key figure in utopianism? His major work was Nouveau Christianisme.
1820s. I'm trying to guess a sociologist from 1820s. A French one. I'm not going to... Can you any names? French philosophers?
Should we just choose a guy from UCL just because we don't know?
Yeah, we don't know. Sorry.
Saint-Simon. Which British utopian socialist put his ideas into practice when he founded the model industrial community of New Lanark in Scotland in about 1800?
You could just try Owen.
Owen. Okay. Owen?
It was Robert Owen, yes. 10 points for this. Launched in mid-2002 and running between London and Glasgow from January 2004, what name is given to the type of train that can negotiate bends at...
St George's Mintle.
Pendolino.
Correct. Right, St George's, these bonuses are on terminology in the design industry. Firstly, for 5 points, a UN agency defines which applied science as the application of the human biological sciences to the worker and his working environment so as to obtain maximum satisfaction for the worker, which at the same time enhances productivity.
Ergonomics?
Correct. In engineering, design and architecture, what term denotes the art and science of taking inspiration from the natural world in order to solve human problems?
Is it biomimicry?
Yes, I think it might.
Biomimicry?
Or biomimetics, that's correct. Playing an important role in industrial design and architecture, what term denotes the science of measuring the human form for the purpose of understanding human physical variations?
Anthropometrics.
Anthropometrics?
Correct. 10 points for this starter question. Identify the Victorian poet who wrote these lines. Glory be to God for dapple things.
St George's Mintle.
Gerard Manley Hopkins.
Correct. Your bonuses, St George's, this time are on shorter words that can be made using any of the 8 letters of the word doggerel. In each case, give the word from the definition. Firstly, the Latin word that comes between cogito and sum in the dictum proposed by René Descartes in 1637.
Ergo?
Correct. An S-shaped curve particularly associated with arches. It's a leitmotif of Alan Hollinghurst's novel, The Line of Beauty.
OG.
OG?
Correct. And finally, the chief magistrate of Venice or Genoa until the late 18th century.
Doge.
Correct. 10 points for this. Often seen as the grand finale of the cycling season, the Giro di Lombardia is a one-day race that has its finish at which lake, the third largest in...
St George's Subsang.
Como?
Correct. These bonuses are on geometry. In each case, I want the name of the distance-preserving transformation of the plane described. Firstly, an orientation-preserving transformation whose only fixed point is the origin, described via complex arithmetic as multiplication by e to the power I theta for some real theta.
E to the power I theta is -1. So you make it negative, so reflection in the x-axis. Yes, reflection in the x-axis.
Reflection in the x-axis?
That's rotation. Secondly, an affine transformation which moves every point of the plane a constant distance in the same direction, described via complex arithmetic as addition of some complex number z.
No, this is beyond me.
No. Pass.
That's translation or shift. And finally, a transformation of the plane whose set of fixed points coincides with a line through the origin, the matrix of this transformation, always having determinant -1.
No, it's inversion.
Inversion?
No, it's reflection. We're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of classical music. 10 points if you can give me the name of the Russian composer.
St George's Mintle.
Shostakovich.
No, Manchester, you want to hear a little more?
Manchester Bar.
Stravinsky.
No, it's Borodin. It's part of Prince Igor, so music bonuses shortly. Fingers on the buzzers, another starter. What letter and number denote the vitamin which is also designated food colour E101? It imparts a yellow-orange colour to commercial vitamin supplements.
St George's Subsang.
B12.
No, anyone want to buzz from Manchester?
Manchester Bar.
B1.
No, it's B2. 10 points for this. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with...
St George's Shivaji.
Abraham Lincoln.
No, you lose 5 points, which have connected them with another. Which historical document begins with those words?
Manchester Bryce.
Declaration of Independence.
Indeed, it is the American Declaration of Independence, yes. So you will be pleased to hear that you get more music now. The music bonus is coming up. There are 3 more classical pieces by Russian composers who are collectively known as the Mighty Handful. In each case, I simply want you to name the composer. Firstly...
Rimsky-Korsakov?
No, that's Mussorgsky. Secondly?
We're going to try Rimsky-Korsakov again.
No, that's Balakirev. And finally?
We're going to have another pop at Rimsky-Korsakov.
Well, you'd be quite right. Well done. Right, 10 points for this. The author of the 1965 book Unsafe at Any Speed, which lawyer first...
Manchester Bar.
Ralph Nader.
Ralph Nader is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on decades of the 20th century. Which decade saw the invention of Velcro and the founding of both McDonald's and IKEA?
50s. Yes, that sounds about right. 1950s?
No, it's the 1940s. Which decade saw the opening of the first Habitat store, the Periscope arcade game released by Sega, and the inauguration of the original Legoland in Denmark?
Yeah, that was my hope. 1970s?
No, it's the 1960s. Which decade saw the launch of IBM's personal computer, the founding of the Rubik Studio in Budapest, and the opening of the Hacienda Club in Manchester?
Oh, the 80s. 1980s.
Correct. 10 points for this. In biology, what single word describes both the area cleared by a phage in a bacterial lawn and a biofilm developing on the surface of teeth?
St George's Mental.
Plaque.
Plaque is correct, yes. These bonuses are on mineralogy. What name, firstly, is commonly given to the crystalline form of aluminium oxide Al2O3?
Corundum.
Corundum.
Correct. What name is given to the group of crystalline aluminium silicate materials which collectively are the most abundant minerals in the crust of the Earth?
Bauxite.
Bauxite.
No, they're feldspars. What is the chemical formula for quartz, the second most common mineral in the Earth's crust?
It's SiO2.
SiO2.
Correct. Right, 10 points for this. Which of Shakespeare's plays has scenes taking place on a ship, in a brothel, and in the cities of Antioch, Tharsus, Ephesus, Pentapolis, and Tyre?
St George's Subsang.
Timon of Athens.
No, Manchester.
Manchester Bryce.
Antony and Cleopatra?
No, it's Pericles. 10 points for this. Born in 1788, which French physicist gives his name to a lens made of concentric...
Manchester Bar.
Fresnel.
Fresnel is correct, yes. These bonuses are on a playwright. Must You Go is a memoir written by the widow of which British playwright who died in 2008?
Sheila Hancock, I think. Playwright, what are we talking about? Yeah, I think it might be. I think Harold Pinter.
Correct. Now regarded as one of his major works, which of Pinter's plays was so savaged by the critics on its first London run in 1958 that it was taken off after 8 performances?
Name a Pinter play. I'm going to say it.
Can't think of anything.
Can you help here?
Come on.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry.
That's The Birthday Party. And finally, in 1982, Pinter received an Oscar nomination for his screenplay adaptation of which 1969 novel by John Fowles?
82. Deliverance.
No, it's the French lieutenant's woman. Right, time for some pictures, I think. For your picture start, you're going to see 3 photographs. 10 points if you can tell me what specific award links all 3 women.
St. George's Medal.
Nobel Prize for Peace.
Correct. They jointly won the 2011 Nobel Peace Prize. Picture bonuses, photos of 3 more women who've been Nobel Prize recipients for 5 points in each case if you can identify both the person and the prize awarded. Firstly, this recipient and their prize.
Could that be Marie Curie?
Could be.
She's won 2. She's won a chemistry one.
Yeah. Marie Curie, chemistry?
No, it's Doris Lessing in literature. Secondly.
I don't know who that is.
No idea.
Pass.
That's Eleanor Ostrom, who apparently won the prize for economics. And finally, I want the name of this recipient and the 2 prizes received.
That is Curie. And she's won 1 for chemistry and 1 for peace, I suspect.
Marie Curie, chemistry and peace.
Bad luck. You almost had it. It's chemistry and physics. It was Marie Curie. Right, 10 points for this. Which European city comes next in this sequence? Anaheim in California in 1955. Orlando...
Manchester Bar.
Paris.
Well done. Yes, they're scenes of Disney theme parks. Your bonuses are on famous Belgians, Manchester, as commemorated in the names of stations on the Brussels Metro. Firstly, the Belgian Prime Minister from 1918 to 1920. He shares a surname with the French Romantic artist who painted Liberty leading the people.
Delacroix.
Delacroix is right, an architect of the Art Nouveau style whose chief works include the Maison du Peuple and the Hôtel Solvay, both in Brussels.
I don't know the architect. I don't think architect Art Nouveau. We don't know that one.
That's Victor Horta. And finally, the cyclist who won the Tour de France 5 times between 1969 and 74.
Eddie Merckx. Yes. Eddie Merckx.
Correct. 10 points for this. In which African country are the fortress city of Fazil Gebi, the ancient city of Axum, and the rock-hewn churches of...
St. George's Subsang.
Ethiopia.
Correct. St. George's, these bonuses are on the mammalian lymphatic system. Which minute blind-ended lymph vessels absorb digested fats in the villi of the small intestine?
Lacteals?
Correct. What name is given to the largest lymphatic vessel of the human body?
Thoracic duct.
Thoracic duct?
Correct. What term denotes the masses of non-encapsulated lymphoid tissue located near the oropharynx and nasopharynx?
Tonsils.
Correct. 4.5 minutes ago, 10 points for this. By 1949, ENIAC, one of the first electronic computers, had established a new record of more than 2,000 digits.
St. George's Medal.
Pi.
The value of pi is correct, yes. These bonuses are on battles of the English Civil War. In each case, name the ceremonial county in which the following took place. Firstly, the inconclusive Battle of Edge Hill on October the 23rd, 1642.
Edge Hill.
No idea.
Come on.
Is in Yorkshire. The Peak District, where's that? Derbyshire.
Derbyshire?
No, it's Warwickshire. The Royalist victories of Chalgrove Field in June 1643 and Cropreedy Bridge in June 1644.
No idea.
Pass.
That's in Oxfordshire, both. The parliamentarian victory of Marston Moor in July 1644.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire?
Specifically?
East Riding of Yorkshire.
East.
No, it's North Yorkshire. 10 points for this. What is the only country that is a member of both the G20 and the Arab League?
Manchester Gilbert.
Saudi Arabia.
Correct. These bonuses are on London museums. A house on Brook Street became the first London museum to be dedicated to a composer when it opened in 2001. To which German-born composer is it dedicated?
Handel.
Correct. Located on Euston Road, which collection for the incurably curious is named after the co-founder of a multinational pharmaceutical company?
Johnson.
Come on.
Ripley's. No, it's not. No, it's not.
OK, I need an answer.
Ripley's.
No, it's the Wellcome Collection. Britain's National Museum of Aviation, the Royal Air Force Museum, is set on over 10 acres of land, formerly belonging to which aerodrome?
Yes, Hendon.
Oh,
Oxford's in
Hendon.
Yes, Hendon.
Hendon.
Correct. 10 points for this. Listen carefully. How many electrons does an atom of a halogen element have in its outer p...
Manchester Bar.
Oh, 2.
No, you lose 5 points. Outer p subshell.
St George's Mindel.
5.
5 is correct, yes. These bonuses are on British birds. Each of the answers is one of the top 10 most common birds in British gardens in 2011, according to the annual public survey carried out by the RSPB. Identify each bird from its binomial. Firstly, Passer domesticus.
No.
Come on.
Which one?
Pigeon.
Pigeon.
No, it's the house sparrow. Secondly, Cyanistes caeruleus.
Blackbird.
Blackbird.
No, that's the blue tit. And finally, Sturnus vulgaris.
Crow.
No, that's the starling. 10 points for this. An art gallery named after the sculptor Barbara Hepworth opened in 2011 in which Yorkshire city, her birthplace in 1903?
Manchester Bar.
Wakefield.
Wakefield is correct. Your bonuses, Manchester, are on transuranic elements. In each case, I want the scientist who gives his name to the following. Firstly, the element with atomic number 100 and chemical symbol FM.
Fermi.
Fermi.
Come on.
Fermi.
Correct. The element with atomic number 106 and chemical symbol SG.
Seaborg.
Seaborg.
Correct. The element with atomic number 112 and chemical symbol CN.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah.
Copernicus.
Correct. 10 points for this. Sooty, Caspian, Sandwich and Arctic are among common names of...
Manchester Brown.
Turn.
Terns is correct. These bonuses are on an island group, Manchester, named after a Danish queen. Charlotte Amalie is the capital of which Caribbean island group?
Virgin Islands. What did you say?
Let's have it, please.
Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands.
Which one?
The British Virgin Islands.
No, it's the US Virgin Islands. When Christopher Columbus visited the Virgin Islands in 1493, he named them in reference to the legendary beauty of which saint and her 11,000 virgins?
Helen.
Come on.
Helena.
No, it's St. Ursula. And finally, the US Virgin Islands comprise 3 main islands. Name any one of the 3.
I really can't know. We don't know, sorry.
There's St. Thomas, St. John and St. Croix. 10 points for this. The tesseract, or 4-dimensional hypercube, possesses how many corners?
Manchester Bryce.
16.
Correct. These bonuses are on royal dynasties, Manchester. And that is on St. George's, London have 135. Manchester University have 220. Well, it's goodbye, I'm afraid, St. George's. Thank you very much. You've been a very entertaining team. And, you know, there's no shame in going out in the quarterfinals at all. Manchester, another terrific performance from you. We shall look forward to seeing you in the semi-finals. I hope you can join us next time for the final quarterfinal. But until then, it's goodbye from St. George's, London.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Manchester University.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.